Every peso, you have heard this before, every peso lost to corruption is a peso taken away from education, healthcare, shelter, and other social services, and necessary assistance that can enable citizens to meet basic needs to survive. It robs them of the resources, policies, and processes needed to give them the freedom to choose the lives they want to live, lives that are beyond mere survival, but lives with the fullest measure of human dignity. Hindi lang pamahalaan ang sinisira ng korupsyon. Damay ang buhay ng mga karaniwang mamamayan, mga bata, matanda, at mga pamilyang umaasa ng serbisyong tama.
So what is your role as a woman in fighting corruption in the general societal sense? So research has often highlighted an interesting pattern. Countries with higher participation of women in politics tend to show lower levels of corruption. So theory ko rin po yung dati na sabi, babae kasi nanay, walang masyadong corruption. So some early studies even suggested that women may be less likely to engage in corruption, that women are simply more honest or more risk-averse. Integrity, though, is not biologically determined. We see both men and women involved in different forms of corruption. What research increasingly shows is something more structural. Historically, women have been excluded from many positions of power and from the networks that operate within those spaces, including sometimes the networks through which corruption occurs.
While more women are now populating our agencies and instrumentalities in government, their numbers remain limited in upper echelons, in the leadership of agencies. The doors towards equality have been opened to women decades back, but ceilings that limit women have barely been breached. Gender equality in government remains a fractionally fulfilled aspiration. Hindi pa naaabot tanaw ang tunay at makabuluhang pagkakapantay ng mga kababaihan sa mga oportunidad na umangat, umili ng landas na tatahakin sa pakikisangkot sa lipunan at sa pagpanday ng mga desisyon na mag-uugit ng kaunlaran at tadhana ng bayan.
Magandang pag-aralan ng interrelation ng korupsyon at yung patriarkismo, kung saan ang mga kababaihan ay tinitignan bilang mas mababa kaysa sa mga kalalakihan. Inferior, isang material, isang object for pagnanasa o pangkama, pangbahay. Yung corruption, isa siyang yung may pribilehiyo ka na dambumin ang tonto ng bayan dahil ikaw ay nasa posisyon. Sa tingin ko, isa yung match culture. At yung, kung bilang babae ko, yung ganito natin titignan na paano nagtutulungan yung dalawang forma ng pagsasamantala sa kababaihan at sa buong bayan. Kung tatanungin ko ano ang papel ng kababaihan sa korupsyon, lalo na po yung kababaihang manggagawa, dapat labanan ito at makasan. At ano ang magagawa natin lahat, ay bilang ako po ay nagmula sa Pinosang Paggawa, yun pong pag-aalis ng mga kultural na batayan para sa pag-iral ng korupsyon. So nandiyan po yung pagmumulat, yung pag-organisa, pag-mobilize ng mga nakararami. Sabihin natin, ay, paulit-ulit na yan, arouse, organize, mobilize.
First of all, merong kunyari yung mga teachers nyo na sinusubukang ituro aside from yung content in terms of skills na and basic knowledge na kailangan nyo from your courses. Tinuturuan rin kayo how to be honest, to practice integrity, and all of these things, di ba? And this coming from a teacher, hindi laging na-appreciate. Kunyari, questionin mo yung estudyante na, okay, this seems like may pattern siya na galing AI. Can you help me understand kung talagang sa iyo to? Pero at the end, sa set, ibabagsak ka. Di ba? Kung gusto nyo talagang ma-practice yung integrity and accountability, kailangan galing din sa inyo. And yung second point ko siguro is that we have to create safe spaces to be able to share ideas na hindi mo feeling at risk ka. Okay? Both emotionally, in terms of intellect and so on. So napaka-importante ng safe space na yun, na hindi lang created by the admin or by teachers but also by students. Yun lang po.
Hindi naman kasi puro rally talaga yung pagkilos eh. Yun lang yung surface level na aspeto na yun. The biggest part really is to gain wisdom. Yun, doon mo makukuha yung compassion eh. Kapag naintindihan mo talaga kung ano yung pinagdadaanan ng bawat sektor, ng bawat parang person na nakararanas ng ganitong oppression. So parang yung pag-aaral does not stop within the classroom. Kung within the classroom, you're trying to garner all the skills and instruments you need to uplift yourself, your family, and all the people important to you. Outside, there's so much to learn directly about your community, the Filipino community, na hindi mo matututunan sa loob ng classroom. Nandun yung tangible na magagawa mo bilang isang estudyante.
Isang panlaban sa korupsyon, ang kamalayang tunay na makabayan. Kung may tunay na pagmamahal sa bayan, magsisilbi ng marangal, ng tama at magaling sa sambayanan, at matapang na maglalantad, lumaban at tumangging gumawa ng katiwalian. Sa mga makasarili na ang tingin sa pagiging kawani sa gobyerno ay trabaho lamang ng pagkakakitaan, this is easier said than done. And this is where women can play a powerful role in government. Imagine if all these women, more than 1 million of them, can be conscientized, encouraged, and mobilized. They can stem the tide of corruption if they choose not to be silent and do nothing.